Hi guys, Simon at Kairos Capital Markets. I had a request to go over how I draw key support and resistance lines from the monthly going down to the weekly and daily. So I'm just going to put out a little video of how I do this, and we'll go from there really pretty much. So I've picked up Aussie Kiwi because it's the easiest to explain off the top straight away. So what I do is I look for the extremes where everything's bounced across quite a lot. So the first one is going to be at the top here at 1.35. That's the first one. You got the double tops there you have. So that's the key level there at the top. The next would be the bottom level. I had mine about 105. I did. The reason why I had 105 was because we had a touch here, we had a touch here, and we had a couple of touches here. It's chopped around this little bit here at the end, so it's not as key at the moment. But obviously, when you knuckle down into the weekly and daily, you can fine tune that quite nicely. You can. The other line I got as well is at 1.15. That's here. And as you can see, we've reacted against that a couple of times as resistance here, then support, resistance, support. Support again, bit of chop around, bit of support again, come back down, resistance. So I had that there as well. Now you can also put a level in at 1.25 roughly, you can, and that would be there. And here you may lower it down a little bit, get the general idea. You got a touch here, bit of a touch here, and you got this area here as well. So it's a rough guide there. And all I've done really now is just zoned it off. So I know at the moment here we're looking to head upwards. We are up towards the 1.15 area. Once it breaks a few key levels, it's all waiting for. And this at the moment we would be. So when we go down to the weekly now, I'm just going to copy over the line straight away. I know you can do it automatically with TradingView, but what I like about how I do this is I can then fine tune the lines onto the weekly chart straight away. You see, I mean 1.15 isn't particularly the greatest for recent data on this weekly chart. It's actually 1.3, 1.125, something around that kind of area. And that's what I mean. So 1.25 is actually quite okay on the weekly. And 1.35 we're not too bothered at the moment, but it is just going to be sitting there. So what we'll do is now we'll zoom into this and see what we got here. So ideally now I can see a little zone at 1.6. And you've got a little zone at 1.4 as well for these recent lows as well. So what I'll do now is this. We'll zoom out and we will do that now. So like that, right across 1.06, 1.04. So that's your kind of weekly zone, that is, but it's more based around this area here as such. So we're at the bottom of the zone now, we are. And what I'll do now is take that line out completely. I'm happy to have the zone there instead of the line. So for me now, that's how I do that. And we'll just extend these numbers. I think it's that one. There we are. And that's what I'm looking for there now. So that's my zone there. Now this line here at 1.15, I don't think it's the greatest on the weekly. You bring it down to around about this level here, let's have a look, 1.2. For me, how I draw my lines, it's there. Other people may put it at the tops there at 1.275. It's not really wrong how you do. It's not really wrong if you do it this way or the other way. It's just as long as you keep your lines consistent. 1.275 is a very nice level there, multiple touches, support and resistance all the way through, so it does keep up the 1.15 area. Now I will put another one in at 1.1575 by the looks of it, because that's got a bit of support there as well. There we are. So if you look at this level now as well, just going back in history, you've got multiple touches, support and resistance all the way through. You could say it's another zone as well there. You can do it as a zone if you wanted to, but that's what I'm looking for there. I'm happy with the rest now. So what I do now is this. I'm happy for this zone to be transferred over to the daily, and it still looks like on the daily for the moment. Sync the tools, what we got there. So yeah, that zone actually does look okay on the daily. So we'll keep that. We'll leave it on the monthly. We know what we're looking for there now as well. We do. And we'll go from there. So 1.1275. Let's just plop this on here now, and we'll see where that comes to. 1.1275. And for the moment, that's all I'm going to do. So yeah, I like that level. It's not too bad there. So if you look there, we've got multiple support and resistance. You could say it's at 1.13 for fine tune it on for the daily. You could. That's not a problem at all. There you are. So you you got your this red line here now represents a key weekly level, a weekly or monthly level for yourself, and it highlights it on the daily for you now. That's what you want to do. So the other lines I'll draw in will be just normal black lines now, and they're just daily levels. So for example, there's going to be one there at 1.07, and we'll change this to black now. There you go, got a little zone there as well, and 1.74, is that what, 35? There we are, put that in. A little zone there for us, quite nice that is. And we're going to need one up here as well, put 1.09, no. Let's take a look what we got. 1.09's key there. Chop through there. Yeah, 1.09 is what I like there. It's a nice rounded up number. And I'm going to add a little zone here as well at 9.3. Let's double check that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. There we are, and we look at that zone now. There, that's quite nice. There that is now. So that's a nice little zone as well there. So now what we've done there is this: we've just quite literally drew the lines in quite nicely. Couple of zones, couple of big zones. We know this zone's the actual weekly zone, so we know we want to trade off the bottom or the top of this. Anything in the middle, they're intraday stuff. I mean, I know there's a level at 1.05 as well. You can put 1.05 in that way as well there. So you know that zone's been split up in two. There we are. That's quite nice. And yeah, I'm happy with that now. That represents the whole daily for me, no problem at all. Now obviously you can then draw trend lines in and this, that and the other, but this is just to show you how I draw my lines from the monthly and transfer them down to the daily level. So I know what lines are key for the monthly and what lines are key for the daily. Obviously you're going to put a line up here as well. We are and you're probably round about 1.107. Let's have a look there. It's not the greatest level there at the moment, because here it's just gone through the whole entire lot. You got one at 101 you have, but again it's been ignored there. So for the moment 101's the most recent one for the tops there as well. It is. There we are. That's what we're looking for here, really, pretty much. That's exactly what it is, guys. Okay, so hope you've learned something about this, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you very much.